Fala galera do canal Fute da Galera, deixa o seu like e se inscreva no canal. E aí, o que será que os gringos estão falando da seleção brasileira depois da contusão do Neymar? Vamos para o react.
Ali, how impressed were you with Brazil today?
Okay.
Well, I thought that first half it was the classic performance of a team who's just getting going in the World Cup, just trying to figure some things out. Okay, we're gonna be solid defensively. I thought Casemiro was really good, not only in the first half but throughout the course of the game. And then Brazil just slowly but surely started working their way through Serbia. Now Serbia, very well positioned defensively, very well organized. Spaces were tight, physically very imposing, going on the challenge, 50-50 challenges. You knew that they were there to compete, but eventually Brazil and Brazil's quality took over. It could have been earlier in the first half had Rafinha taken advantage of an opportunity that he had, but then eventually in the second half, what we saw is the variety of Brazil. Without Vinicius having been splendid, without Neymar having been outstanding, Brazil still scored 2 goals and could have scored more in the second half. And I thought that something that we have talked about time and time again with Brazil coming into this World Cup. One of the things that was most impressive about Brazil is that once you start taking people off the field, and then the guys that are coming on the field, some of those guys would be automatically the best player in a lot of the teams that are in this tournament right now. And yet they're coming off the bench for Brazil. There are so many options, so many opportunities to come for all sorts of different players with all sorts of different styles. And then richarlison, who we have to highlight the second goal. What a finish that was. Now, in terms of the first touch, not so great. The second touch was perfect. And game, set, match. Brazil get off to a good start.
They really got going in that second half. They were so impressive.
Yes, and we always talk about the consistency of a game and some players, and it's what they did. They worked hard the first half, but the Serbians, they were there to stop them, and they did well. But they kept on going, and they kept on trying to find a solution to score a goal. And the second half, it happened because I think the Serbian couldn't take it anymore. And that's what it is. When you face a very strong team, they're going to find you, try to find your weaknesses, and they're going to work on that, and they're going to find another solution. People are coming from the bench, and they're going to put another power on it because they have a squad. It happened what we expect from every big teams. What we wanted to see about Argentina. It can be hard because who you are facing have qualities, and but you have to find, because you're supposedly better than them, the way to score goals. It was Brazil did. And then when they scored the first goal, they kept on going. Yeah. Where the other team normally drop a little bit, get the possession of the ball, they finished the game. They were really impressive today.
Yeah, very impressive indeed. They made the most of the space that was afforded them. Kind of perfect start for them in the sense that it's just getting that momentum going.
And I think the momentum comes so much from the attitude. And, you know, the guys talked about how it kind of built in the crescendo of then taking players on, creating chances, and then finally taking advantage of the chances they created. But it all started from the right attitude from the very beginning, and obviously when we moved to Pablo, you can ask him if Argentina had the right attitude in the match the other day. But I mean, but that's the part of it. It's the part when you're the favorite, when you're one of the big boys, and you're going against a side that the world thinks you should beat. The attitude has to be right first, and then let your talent showcase. And Brazil got it right.
Pablo, defensively going up against this Brazil attack, it's just going to be a nightmare. We saw the struggles that Serbia had because you've got Vinicius Jr., you've got Neymar, Rafinha, richarlison. How do you try and handle them all?
Well, Brazil have so much quality up front. I mean, they have wonderful players. And defensively, when you face them, you have to do almost a perfect game. You have to be very aggressive. Then you have to keep that defensive shape very compact and narrow. Don't give them any space because they can produce a moment of magic, and any of them can score great goals. So you know, this is what we've been talking about Brazil. Up front, they have so many options. Okay, Neymar could be injured. I don't know how long. Hopefully not too long, because we want to see all the best players in this World Cup. But then they have Gabriel Jesus. I'm sorry. And So I was sorry, lads. I was looking at the wrong camera.
That's okay. That's all
Oh,
right.
we didn't see it.
Yes, this is what I No, but, one is in green and one is in red. I was looking at the one in green. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Next question, Dan.
Obviously, Pablo mentioned it, the injury to Neymar. We saw him in tears. Gigi said, you know, they're going to have 24 hours to assess, but he should be fine. But Pablo, it just has such a different feel. This is a conversation almost about Neymar compared to 4 years ago, compared to 8 years ago, definitely. In that even if they lose him, and we know he is without a doubt one of the best players in the world on his day, it's not the end of the world that maybe it was in the past? Or is that being too optimistic?
No, well, you know, Neymar is one of the greatest players of this generation. I mean, in the way he's been performing for PSG, and he's doing well for the country and for the club, and he's a leader for this generation as well, for Brazil. Like as I say before, hopefully it's not too bad. It looks bad when you look at the picture. It seems like his ankle is not right, but well, we'll see the next 24 hours or 48 hours if he can recover from that ankle, from that injury. We wish him all the best. Hopefully he's okay for the next game. But I mean, you know, this is his World Cup. I don't know, in 4 years' time we will see the best of Neymar again. And he spoke about this a few weeks ago, saying that he doesn't know for how long he will keep playing. So he knows they have a really strong team. They are one of the big contenders to win the World Cup. So of course they will need the best of Neymar.
They have qualities for sure around him, and it's not only about Neymar. But I think if you put Neymar out of the business because of his injury, you don't know what will be psychologically the reaction of the other player, because he's the leader. He's the leader of the team, and he has focus on everything that the media needs to allow the others to be quiet, you know, in a quiet space and work in their ways. If you take out Neymar of the situation, the media and everybody is gonna look what they can go to, or who they can go to, and maybe the pressure of the others is gonna start making them shaking, and you don't know. So having him, I think it's a plus. It's a plus, of course, because of football. It's a plus because of the media. It's a plus because of the psychological aspect of the game. And having him out of the business would be a damage, I think, for Brazil.
Can Brazil win the World Cup without Neymar?
Yes, they can. And the reason I say that is, while we can focus on the depth of Brazil in the attack, which would be the obvious answer to your question, you give all these players an option to actually have an opportunity to impact the game, and they can impact the game. I don't want to focus on that so much. I want to focus on the fact that while it is easy to see Brazil attacking and all that talent, what I thought was really outstanding from Brazil today is their ability to continue to press and counter-press. The fact that they were on top of Serbia, and whenever Serbia got possession of the ball and they tried to play out, Brazil was right there to win the ball right back. That balance and that ability to win the ball right back puts Brazil in a different category altogether. It's only a few teams around the world that are able to do this and do it well. Brazil is doing it and is doing it together. And then the attacking part takes over. Neymar is an important part to this team, a critical part to this team. But I think it's a part of this team that they're going to be able to address his absence. They have done it before. They have won Copa America without Neymar when he got injured with his foot and was not able to compete in Brazil. They won that Copa America without Neymar. So there's an experience here for this team in having played a tournament where people don't expect them to win because Neymar is not on the field, and then they're able to push through. It's not ideal. It's not what you would want, but can they do it with this group of players and the mentality of this group and how together this group is right now? I think they're capable.
I think when you talk about the balance of this side, there's some phenomenal Brazilian teams from the 70s that wish they had the goalkeeping they have right now. Wish they had the 10 field players fighting in the same direction, not, hey, these guys are so phenomenal, let's go watch them play with the ball and then we'll wait there. Oh no, we lost it, counterattack. This looks like a team, and we've seen it, 90 minutes of it, plus the outrageous amount of stoppage time. That seems to be the theme of this World Cup so far. But you see a team that looks focused, that looks together, that's not only coached well, but they're accepting what the coach wants and have a goal in mind, not an individual goal. Look, this is my tournament to highlight myself to the world. No, we think we have a good team here, and we think if we all play collectively, we can win this thing, and that's what I see from this Brazil side.
And that was evident, of course, when we saw them dancing, coming off the bus together, the celebrations after the goals, Pablo. There seems to be a real collective bond between these players.
Yeah, no, not the first time that we have seen this from Brazilian doing before the game. This is a way of life for them. That's the way I feel football, and that's brilliant to see. And dancing, singing, and all that is something that as Argentinian, I don't know. I probably never done it before, but. You have to understand the Brazilian side like that. So, okay, if they like it, perfect, well done.
Yeah, and imagine Harry Maguire.
In the tunnel in '98, we waited like for 15 minutes in the tunnel with them, with all the team, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Bebeto, and they were all singing and dancing. You just want to go for a fight.
Yeah.
You just go. You wait for 15 minutes. It's like they're teasing you. You're getting upset.
Right, because they were dancing.
They were dancing, singing. We understand it's part of the culture.
Right.
But you're there. You're very tuned in, and you say, well, those people, they don't care. Right.
Yeah. Then who was dancing at the front? Frank LeBeuf.
The problem, Pablo, the Argentinian guys would spill their mate.
Yeah,
if they were trying to dance before the game. It just gets in the way.
I suppose the big question now, Pablo, is do you want to change your pick for the winners of the World Cup from Argentina now to Brazil?
Wow. Not if he wants to go home.
Never.
It's only one defeat, Dan. Come on, still 2 more games to go. I still believe Argentina can win the World Cup. I know it's more difficult now because if we don't win against Mexico on Saturday, then it would be so difficult to keep our World Cup dream alive. But at least let me be positive now.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I will offer you the same choice. Yeah, if you want to change from Denmark to Brazil.
No. I still feel good. They drew. Not everybody is capable of changing his mind like Shaka. In
Shaka
24
changed it straight away.
24 hours. No, Brazil.
Yeah.
Well, Denmark. Of course, you're gonna see. Everybody was teasing me about Canada. I think they changed a little bit their mind. The little Craig Burley on my left side, normally,
they lost.
Yeah, they lost, but they shouldn't have lost because.
But they did lose, Frank.
Yeah, but
your bracket can't be a should-have bracket.
No. We'll see at the end. I think they're going to go through.
Right.
Hopefully for Pablo, Argentina are going to go through. Otherwise, Dan is going to be on your back all the time, And hopefully Denmark is going to go through because. I need them to go through.
Good. Not nice.
We're begging now.
E na sua opinião, o Brasil consegue o hexa sem o Neymar e quem deve ser o substituto de Neymar?